Virgo, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Solari Tarot. It's Greg here. I'm here to do your reading for October 2022, darling. How are you doing? How has everything been? If you're new to the channel, this is your first time around here, please make sure to like the video if you like it. Comment if you have anything to say. Subscribe if you like the vibe. And share it if you got a lot of Virgo buddies, yes? All the information that you need will be in the description box below. We're going to start today with your astrology for the month, and there's a bit we're gonna have to get into here. Then we're gonna go over some oracle cards I've already pulled for you. And last but not least, darling, we have a full spread of tarot. We're gonna use the Tarot of the Divine today, given to me by a dear friend. So let's get right into it. Look, Virgo, babe, your astrology looks like cash. It's looking like money. I'm wondering if you guys are thinking about big purchases that you want to make, things you'd like to have. You're thinking about your finances a lot as we move into October. And that's great because there is an overflow of abundance that could be available to some of you here this month. Venus is opposing Jupiter here, and this is happening in your second house of cash flow and investments. So you might be getting paid your dues. If there's any money in stalemate, that should be coming through to you here in the beginning portions of the month. So if you're bringing in a little extra cash, don't feel too bad about treating yourself to something that you'd like to have, you know? But, of course, the good news for you guys this month keeps on coming because the 2nd, which was 2 days ago, Mercury went direct. This went direct in your first house of the self. I think you guys are breathing some sighs of relief. Your universe is about to feel way more open, way less confusing. Now, I do want you to remember the post-shadow for this keeps going until October 16th. So if you need a few extra weeks before you're back to usual, I think that's okay. Remember, it's in your first house of the self, so what do you need at this time? Be easy on yourself. You're embracing the lessons you have learned over the course of September, Virgo. We have Pluto retrograde that's coming to an end on the 8th of this month, stationing direct in your creative and romantic 5th house. So you could be feeling satisfied, inspired, without going back to all of the old addictions you had or old habits that you had that were really hard to get rid of. And I think in some way this last month for you, Virgo, you really did have to look at where you were addicted and how to remedy this situation. Now on the 9th, a day later, we'll have a full moon in Aries. This will be in your 8th house of death and rebirth. So a lot of spiritual growth happening for you here this month. You're coming to terms with boundaries that need to be set. We talked a little bit about that last month. You know, let's see what else we have here. Oh yes, we have Venus entering your 3rd house of friends and communication on the 23rd. So the late half of the month for you, Virgo, is about getting all the details, learning everything you need to know about everything you need to know, right? You could have genius ideas kind of seemingly coming out of nowhere. Your social life could be ramping up. Old friends, people want to hang out. People want to hear and see what you've been doing and what you've been making. Now, there could be any particular relationships for you, Virgo, this month that may come in handy around the 28th. We have a Jupiter retrograde. It's leaving Aries and it's going back into Pisces where it will remain for the end of the year. We saw Jupiter in Pisces before, and we're getting another little taste of it for the rest of the year. This will be in your 7th house of your partnerships. This is about your relationships and how well they're nurtured and how greased the wheel is with the people that you love. You know, this will have an emphasis in all of your partnerships and the way that you care for them and the way that you nurture the ones that you love. You may have an old partner or a friend or associate resurfacing. They could have opportunities that could change everything for you, for sure, this month. That could be scenarios some of you are going through. Now, lastly, before we get into the tarot, we have Mars stationing retrograde in your 10th house of career on the 30th, the day before Samhain. You might be feeling like you don't have a lot of enthusiasm. Like what you were feeling at the beginning of the month might be trickling down towards the end. So you may be reminding yourself what direction you're moving in, what's motivating you right now. You are surrounded by supporters and mentors, so I don't see too much of a problem with that. Now, let's get into your oracle cards, because you pulled a few here I want to talk about. From your Norse deck, you pulled Na, which is the messenger of the gods, and you pulled Irpa. This is diligence and resourcefulness. I think there are, frankly put, messages concerning your financial well-being that will definitely need to be paid attention to here this month in October. There could be messages seemingly out of nowhere, a message out of nowhere, with big plans, with big details, right? And I think that as long as you're being diligent in the information that you're receiving as it's coming in, I think that there are a lot of resources this month that could be coming to you. Now, from your archetypes deck, you pulled the heart and the desert. And together, I really was wondering whether all of your needs are being met at this time. So, it seems like you're out here really making a lot of stuff happen, but I want to talk about the way you're feeling about things. Remember, we have this placement in the first house at the beginning of the month, the house of self. So are you nourishing yourself? Is your heart dry? Is it lacking what it needs? And then in contrast to this fire-water kind of card combination, we kind of have the same thing with our animal spirits this month. The fox spirit, think on your feet, fire. And the dolphin spirit, this and that are true, water. I love the dolphin spirit here in the reading because it's reminding you that this and that may be true. You may be dealing with a lot of this and that. It can be true that somebody is not respecting your boundaries, but it's also true that they really do love you and care about you. This and that are true. It can be, things like this can be lost in translation, thus giving us some dry desert heart energy. So remember that multiple perspectives exist and multiple energies entangle themselves all at once. So as we move into October, you may have a lot going on in reference to your coin and your purse, and in reference to your cup and your chalice, your emotions. We have some action in your 5th house here this month. Now, let's move on to the tarot. We're 8 minutes in. We're right on time. And let's see, what are your tarot messages for the month, Virgo? Really quickly, though, how have you been? I really have missed you, and I really love you very much. What's our message for Virgo? October 2022. What's our message for Virgo? There we go, that. The Queen, ooh, buddy, I'm telling you, the Queen of Coin. This is you, Virgo. This is you being incredibly resourceful here in the month of October. And I think because you're doing that, an abundance of resources are flowing into you at this time. I think you're attracting all of the things that you need or that you value around you at this time. There's an emphasis on the home, that the home itself is full of resources. Right? There's an emphasis on what we're growing here. Now, let's continue to pull. Gorgeous earth sign energy starting off this reading. I truly do like it, y'all. And you guys are just beginning a new solar return, right? So I think for a lot of you, you're really tapped into what are your resources. And I think in some way, September reminded you of what you've got around you, who you've got around you, what has the potential to give you big payoff. I hope that's not at the expense of your heart space. So pay attention to that this month. Acknowledge your heart space. So I think the sun. I think your home is clean, but is your inner sanctum clean here this month? Yes? Big question. I think everything is clean around you. But I think in some way your inner sanctum is a little dusty. You're not feeling good in your heart space. You're certainly and astrologically moving towards some good stuff here. But of course we see this. We have the Sun card here. Now y'all have been watching these tarot card readings for a while, and you know how wonderful the Sun card is. It's an incredible message of vitality, of joy, of things really working out. In fact, it is the most positive card in the tarot deck, and no other sign that I've filmed for this month yet has pulled it. We've got a lot of potential here, and we've got a lot of radiance to bring that into the world. Also, knowing that the Queen of Coin works so deeply with the land, this is really telling of this time, Virgo, because it's showing where we are in relationship to our sun for the year. And as you know, at the end of this month, on the 31st, we will put the sun into the ground, right? We will say goodbye to the sun months, and we will begin to usher in a time of darkness and winter where, and as of now, we're harvesting, right? At this season. And you are harvesting as well. There's an abundance of harvest for you here. In more ways than you may think. Be resourceful. Very nice. Your physical reality is shaping up here, Virgo. I like it. What else for Virgo? October 2022. Oh yeah, cool. And that wants to come out too. All right. We have the moon. Man, okay. The sun and the moon in the same row, reflecting each other and the resourcefulness between the two energies. The moon and the lunar cycles this month are very important for us as a collective, Virgo. Because this Aries full moon, remember, this is in your 8th house of death and rebirth. And here in the moon card, we see this energy of what is yet to be seen. We also see the subconscious here. And with the sun, of course, we have the conscious, the total parts of you, Virgo. And showing that at this time, you're right in the middle, balanced between the sun and the moon, resourceful, using the energy from both to create alchemy, to create success. Very nice. I know a couple people in the world that do that too. We have the devil in the heart of the reading. Interesting. And yet all of this progression, and yet all of this big momentum, this celestial movement, and yet in the heart of the reading, we just still have something gnawing on our bones, Virgo. Something central to the heart of the issue. As we're moving out of this Mercury retrograde post-shadow moment, and as Pluto retrograde ends, and you go into that 5th house energy, you know, this is asking you if you can forge a new way rather than going back to the same old thing that really toxified your energy and your life. And it's at the heart of the reading. It's central to the issue. Also, I'll have you know, one time I was doing a reading for Leo, and I was just joking. This was on the channel, and I was just joking, and when I pulled the devil card out, and it was in the heart of the reading, I said, this means you will be possessed by the devil. And one lady sent me a scathing message about how me telling her that she was going to get possessed by the devil not understanding the connotation of the joke, she was so pissed. She said she was unsubscribing from the channel. She was never going to watch my channel again. So happy Halloween. All of you that are Virgos are going to get possessed by the devil. Oh my God. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, Virgo. Okay, here we go. The Six of Swords. This is transition. This is movement. This is calmer waters ahead here for the month of October. Yes, there's some alchemical balances that are helping you keep your boat a-moving. She's not a speedboat here, as you can see in the picture, but she is moving. And she's getting away from the Five of Swords, which is that big conflict, which is all of that inner warfare, outer warfare. And we really saw that in September for a lot of the energy and during Mercury's retrograde. But now we have some planets going direct. And as we see, things are still in movement. We're still moving away. We're still moving on up. We're still staying in this sun-moon alchemical balance. It's very nice. We're seeing what is conscious for us to do, and we're feeling what is subconscious for us to feel and intuit. And we are right in the middle of that, using the resources from each energy pool to stay balanced. This is very good energy for you for the month. It's keeping you afloat. It's also very spiritual. It is very spiritual. Do we have some Virgo? Okay. The High Priestess. There's very spiritual energy here, guys. I don't know if I'm talking to some conjurers of magic here. Look at this, 10 of Wands in the root. The High Priestess, the card for Pisces. This card is about the subconscious. It is about the magical realm. It is about the veil between this world and the next. It is about this very thing we're doing right now. The moment of channeling from one place to another to create wisdom in a new place. The High Priestess is the oracle. She feels what she's going through, and through her feeling and her gut and her intuition and her stomach, she is able to foresee what is to come. And in many cases, because of her power, she's able to create what is to come. This is very powerful, magical energy. So I could be talking to people who are, practicing magic for the coming Sabbats. That's very cool. Now, in the root of your reading, we have the 10 of Wands. So we're still carrying some weight here, and we're still carrying a lot of responsibility. Seems like we're feeling a little heavy, and it seems like we understand we have all these resources, but we're kind of having a hard time carrying them all around and keeping everything organized, right? We're feeling exhausted. Some of you could still be hanging on for dear life post-Mercury retrograde into that shadow period, and you might just be feeling like you're carrying too much. When we see the 10 of Wands, this is also a big reference to our mental health. It might be really important for us to reach out to those that we love for a little bit of assistance. If you're carrying 10 wands, you're slowing your pace down, Virgo. But if you've got 3 friends that can each take a few wands and help you carry all of your wands home, and you're able to split your responsibilities and let others help you, you could get the job done quicker and faster, and you could get moving at a quicker pace than what we're seeing here in the Six of Swords, yes? Virgo. Okay. We got the Page of Coins. Look, we see good potentiality for whatever it is you want to create in your physical world. There's a lot of good stuff and good astrology for you this month about your finances, Virgo. So nobody's judging you for paying a close attention to them. There's nothing wrong with that. We all should pay close attention to our finances. But for you, there could be new responsibilities, or there could be a desire to get out of the monotony of what you're doing now and having new responsibilities. Some of you might, through this month, start thinking about furthering your education in some way or going back to school. Some of you might want to go for that master's, right? You might want to go for that even bachelor's degree. Some of you want to go back into, the Page of Coin is a very studious guy. He wants to study, he wants to learn, he wants to figure out everything. Very intellectual being. You may be studying. There may be brand new opportunities coming into your life, and I think it's getting you excited about what's to come. Let's pull one more. The Four of Swords. Our final point of the evening is, are we taking good care of ourselves? Look at this. Four of Swords, Ten of Wands. This person, Virgo, needs to lay down. This person needs to Netflix and chill for a minute, right? I know that you guys have got a lot of responsibilities on your plate, and I know that you're moving real fast through your world, as fast as you can, but you're gonna get there. You're keeping your alchemy good. Look at this Sun and Moon and Queen of Coin in the middle. Very nice. Somebody's balancing themselves here. You learned something through that Libra season, and you are learning it as we go through it. Four of Swords is about us being in a meditative ritual place where we can determine what moves are next. And you have the 4 and you have the 6. So this month we're trying to beat that demon, right? And we're learning how to not carry too much. We need to pack lightly for the journey that's ahead at this time. I think there are a lot of energies at play for you in October, more so than most signs. But when it comes to that devil in the central heart of the reading, what is that thing here that we have this tendency to go back to? Because you're moving forward, and I think that you have a lot on your plate right now, so certainly ruminating over the past is going to disadvantage you. And when we have the devil and the Ten of Wands, this is a burden we carry. It could be painful even. But what is the big demon that really needs slayed at this time? I think you know what that is. I don't think we need to go any deeper into that, and I don't think we need to clarify. I think that's quite simply cut. You are given the ability this month to see through the veil of what you normally can't see in front of you. Some of our water signs get this luxury often, but us earth signs not always. So when we can peer through the veil to see what's there, you're going to see both sides of everything. Look, Sun and Moon. You're going to love some of the things that you see and realize, and you're going to perhaps be confused, confounded, or maybe even a little freaked out about what you realize as well. What is the devil in the middle? What is the devil in the middle? And what do you need to do to cut that out? Stay back in your alchemical balanced place, yes? Big question. Virgo. As always, it is lovely to be here with you. I want you to keep your eye open for some videos coming out in the next couple of weeks. This week, I'll have episode 2 of the cinematic series coming out. It's called The Last Days of Summer. So make sure you hit the notification bell in the corner so that you get notified when I upload new content. Yeah, I'm loving the vlog series. Let me know in the comments if you like the vlog. If you're gonna like the vlogs, let me know. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Yeah, I love you. Take care of yourself. Happy October, happy Samhain, happy Halloween. You'll be seeing a lot of videos this month that I filmed in West Virginia, and we're going to show you everything. So there's a lot of stuff coming out this month. I'm so excited. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.